So, good morning guys, welcome to NEET World Institute and NEET World YouTube channel. So, in this class we are going to continue with the speed and velocity topic where we have left in the last class. So, and we are going to concentrate on different kind of questions, how they are going to ask in the exam point of view also we will see, and then we will continue with the acceleration also, and this is our today's schedule of our class. Okay. So, let me give a small intro of the speed and velocity once again, and we will see the formulas, and then we will go for the questionnaires. Okay. So, we know that speed is nothing but it is distance by time, as we have saw in the last class. So, speed equals to distance by time taken. So, this was the first point we have discussed, and then second point, since we are dealing with a distance, so distance is a scalar quantity, so obviously we are dealing with a scalar quantity here. So, speed is a scalar quantity. So, when we are talking about a scalar quantity and the distance point, so distance can be 0 or it will be a positive value, so it cannot be a negative value, right. So, speed also it cannot be a negative value. Okay. So, these are the simple important points we should remember when we are doing a problematic point of view. If we are getting a negative value, somewhere we are doing some mistakes in the questions, right. So, then we have talked about the average speed. Average speed is nothing but the total distance by total time taken, right. So, total distance by total time taken, right. So, this is average speed, total distance by total time taken. Okay, fine, sir. The next thing, when we are talking about the SI unit of distance is meter and SI unit of time is seconds. So, SI unit is a meter per second. Okay, sir, మరి SI unit of speed meter per second అంటే average speed కి ఏంటి అంటే, for this also same, it is meter per second only, we are just adding the numbers, right. So, distance it is meter only and time taken it is seconds only, so meter per second. Sometimes they will give speed in terms of V also. Okay. So, how to differentiate this velocity and speed in the sense, velocity is a vector quantity we have discussed. Vector quantity always represented like this, right now. So, whenever they are giving, this one will be a velocity and this one will be my speed. Okay. Whenever the arrow mark is provided upon the variable, that one I will consider as a vector quantity, right. So, this is my velocity and this is my speed. So, sometimes sir V ఇచ్చారు నీ వెలాసిటీగా తీసుకున్నాను అలా అని కాదు, we should see the terms how they have represented in the question. Okay, that's the important thing, and I guess people are joining over here, right. Okay. So, next we will talk about the velocity point. So, velocity, like basically we are relating with the displacement, right now. So, velocity, so as I told, I will give a symbol like this. So, velocity is equals to displacement by time. అంటే సార్ వెలాసిటీకి SI యూనిట్ ఏంటి, ఈవెన్ వెలాసిటీ ఆల్సో SI యూనిట్ ఇస్ మీటర్ పర్ సెకండ్ ఓన్లీ. సో, SI unit meter per second. Then sir, what else, like it can be positive, negative or 0. Yes, it can be negative also, since we are talking about a displacement, right. So, it can be negative also, it can be negative, it can be positive, it can be 0 as well. Okay. So, what about the distance can be 0. Yes, it can be 0, right. Okay. Then we will talk about the average velocity. Average velocity in the sense like change in displacement with respect to change in time, right? See, average velocity, change in displacement by the time taken, change in time. So, for this also the SI unit is meter per second. And one more important point is instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity, when we will talk about at that particular moment what is the velocity. Suppose you are going in a vehicle and suddenly you are noticing the speedometer in the vehicle and your speed deflects between like 60 to 65 in the sense, okay, like you are seeing suddenly it is 65, it is showing. So, then what is the instantaneous velocity? It is 65 kilometer per hour. So, at that particular instant what is my velocity? That velocity is called as instantaneous velocity. Okay, got it, right? So, average velocity is different, and speed is different, average speed is different, and instantaneous velocity is different. So, basically we will have a different kind of definitions for every like terms, okay, and we will see now problems based on this whatever we have seen. So, yeah, let me take okay. So, a car travels at a uniform speed of 40 kilometer per hour. A car travels 30 kilometer at a uniform speed. Okay. So, there is a car. So, try to adjust my car, okay. So, there is a car which travels 30 kilometer at a uniform speed of 40 kilometer per hour. So, it is traveling how much distance? Okay, let me take the distance as 30 kilometer and it is going with 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, sir. And the next 30 kilometer at a uniform speed of 20 kilometer per hour. And what they are saying, so there is first 30 kilometer with 40 kilometer per hour, the next 30 kilometer, how much they have given? It is 20 kilometer per hour. It is going with 20 kilometer per hour. Okay. So, find its average speed. Okay. So, simple. See, whenever we are doing average speed, let go with the formula point of view. So, average speed is nothing but total distance by total time taken, right? What is the average speed formula? Total distance by total time taken. See, this is the thing, and side by you write speed equals to distance by time also. Got it? Okay, sir. Distance, how much they have given? First half and second half they have given. Let me take d1 plus d2 by t1 plus t2, and this is about the given terms and whatever we know. Let write the given here. V1 is equals to 40 kilometer per hour in the sense speed, okay. V2 equals to 20 kilometer per hour, D1 equals to 30 kilometer, D2 is equals to 30 kilometer. Ante naku T1 T2 televadu, I don't know T1 T2. Can I write T in terms of V and D? Yes, sir. So, T1 is equals to D1 by V1. What is D1? It is 30, and what is V1? It is 40. 30 by 40, which is nothing but 3 by 4. Okay, I will keep as it is, 30 by 40 only. 30 by 40. Got it? Next, T2 can I write like this? No. T2 is equals to D2 by V2, which is nothing but 30 by 20. Ante kada? Is there anything else? Now, take the D1 as it is, take the D2 as it is, and T1 as it is, T2 as it is. D1 is how much? 30 plus 30 D2, and T1 is 30 by 40. 30 by 40 plus 30 by 20. Got it? Now, if you see here, can I take this 30 commonly outside? So, 30 times 1 plus 1 by, here also can I take commonly outside, 30 times 1 by 40 plus 1 by 20. I can cancel it out. What I will do now? What I will do now? I will cross multiply the things. I will take the denominator to the numerator. So 2 divided by 20 plus 40 divided by 20 times 40. I am simplifying this bracket. So if I take this 20 and 40 to the numerator, 2 into 20 into 40 divided by 20 plus 40 is 60. So 60. What I will do is, I will cancel 1 0, I will cancel 1 0. This is 1 times and this is 3 times. Done. How much? 80 by 3 kilometer per hour. This is my answer. Yeah, like still further if we want we can simplify it. How much? 80 by 3. 80 by 3 in the sense 2 times 6 remaining to 20, 6 times 18 again 2, so 0.0 again 8, so it is going on 26.6. So 26.6 kilometer per hour, 26.6 kilometer per hour. Got it? So this is how we will do the problems of average speed. Okay, I hope it's clear. Yeah, once you can see the question and you can take the answers. We'll do the next question. Done? Yeah, you can see. So this is how the steps goes. Okay, now we'll see different conditions here. Okay, if we talk about the conditions, no, a car travels first off distance with a uniform speed u, the next off distance with a uniform speed v, find the average speed. Car travels what they have told, first off distance, which is nothing but the total distance is d in the sense first off is d by 2, second off is d by 2, and this is u and this is v they have given. Okay, v1 is equals to u, v2 is equals to v. Sir, సేమ్ కదా, ఇదే ఇలాంటి ప్రాబ్లమే కదా మనం ముందు చూసినాం. ఎస్, సేమ్ ఓన్లీ. వి యావరేజ్ విల్ బి ఈక్వల్స్ టు d1 ప్లస్ d2 డివైడ్ బై t1 ప్లస్ t2. d1 I know d by 2, d2 I know d by 2. What about t1 t2, sir? So t1 is equals to d by 2 by u, t2 is equals to d by 2 by v. అంటే v is equals to d by t kada. From this can I write t is equals to d by v? Got it? I will substitute the values. d by 2 plus d by 2 divided by d by 2 by u plus d by 2 by v. Got it? d by 2 I can take commonly outside from the numerator as well as denominator too. I can cancel it out. So 1 plus 1 divided by 1 by u plus 1 by v. Now cross multiply the things. So 2 divided by v plus u by uv. If you take the denominator to the numerator, 2 times uv by u plus v you will get. So this is the formula we have used here. 2 times uv by u plus v. Got it? That is the formula we have used. So this is a formula, but instead of doing it in terms of formula, I have given a simple way to answer the questions. Don't go in terms of formula. Like I have given a basic formula, that is enough. So remaining thing no need to derive and no need to do anything. just keep the formula first, the basic formula, then keep on work on the questions, different questions. Okay. Now we will see next question. A body travels with velocity v1 for time t1. Velocity v1 for time t1 with velocity v2 for time t2 in the same direction, with velocity t2, velocity v2 and time t2, okay, velocity v2 time t2 in the same direction, it is going in this direction. Find the average velocity of the body. t1 they have given, t2 they have given, v1 they have given, v2 they have given, d1 and d2 they have not given, which means I can consider this formula, right, v is equals to d by t, where d is equals to v into t. So can I say d1 is equals to v1 t1 and d2 is equals to v2 t2? Correct? No. When two terms are known, I will take the unknown for, to the next term, either left hand side or right hand side, keep the known terms in other sides, right. So what I will do here, so V average will be equals to d1 plus d2 by t1 plus t2. Got it? So what is d1? v1 t1 plus v2 t2 is d2, divide by t1 plus t2. Got it? So this is my average velocity, sorry, average speed formula in terms of like v1 and t1 when they have not given about the situation of d1 and d2. Okay. Okay. So this is about the question. Next we will see the next question here. So the next question, what they are saying is, a body traveling along a straight line covered 1/3 of a distance. Okay, sir, body is traveling. So body is traveling in a straight line covered 1/3 of a distance. Ante they have divided distance in 3 parts. First part, second part and third part. So 1/3 of a distance, which means d by 3. Right, 1/3 of a distance of a total distance with a velocity 4 meter per second. So they have given v1 is equals to 4 meter per second. Then the remaining part of a distance was covered with a velocity 2 meter per second. Got it? For half the time and velocity 6 meter per second at the other half the time. They have given different situation. So they have given that the remaining part of a distance covered with a velocity 2 meter per second. Remaining part in the sense this part, which is v2 is equals to 2 meter per second. Okay, sir. And it 2d by 3d, 2d by 3. Then what you have given, like for the first half the time with the velocity, first half the time, that is 2 meter per second. Okay, first half the time they have given. First half the time in the sense T2 is equals to T2. So V2 will be equals to 2 meter per second, and T3 it is how much? V3 is equals to 6 meter per second. Find the average velocity for the whole motion. Listen the equation carefully. It is total distance is d. In that first 1/3 velocity is 4 meter per second. The next 2/3, no, in the 2/3 they have given that first time T2 they have given 2 meter per second, time T3 6 meter per second. First what I should do, I need to find what is the average velocity in this thing, then I need to combine the two things. So this is first part of the equation and this is my second part of the equation. What I will do now, so we know that here, so let me consider this is V1 and this is V2, T1, T2. So V1 I know 2 meter per second, V2 I know 6 meter per second, and T1, T2 they have given. T1, T2 they have given in the sense I need in terms of T1 and T2. And what about this D1 and D2? I don't know that one, sir. What I should do, sir? I will go in terms of formula only. What was the formula we have seen here? So D1 and D2 I don't know, T1 and T2 I know. I can use this formula, right? I can use this formula V1 T1 plus V2 T2 by T1 plus T2, or else I can use the different condition here. Okay. So once you look into the question, so try this question, take 1 minute time and we'll solve this question. Okay. This is, let me consider this is V only, okay. Okay, we'll see now. See, if we talk about the first off condition, no, first off condition, what is the thing? Speed, like speed equals to distance by time. What was the distance? 1/3, which is nothing but d by 3. Okay, this distance now, d by 3. This is v divided by what is time? T. So time I can take this one as T1 is equals to d by 3 V1. Okay, sir. The next off condition we'll see. So total distance was remaining 2d by 3. 2d by 3, which is nothing but d1 plus d2. What is d1? V1 T1. What is V1? I mean V2 D2. Okay, sorry, let me take this one as D2 plus D3, the second off and third off. Okay, so what was the speed they have given? So one is 2 and one is 6. So 2 T1 plus 6 T2. Got it? Got the thing? Yes. Okay. Now what is the thing here? 2d by 3 distance. Okay. This is about the equation. So that was the total time, no? The total time. So let me take this one as 8t2 by 8t2, that's it. So 2d by 3. So we know that t1 and t2, right? Now what we will do? V average will be equals to d1 plus d2 plus d3, which is nothing but total is d only, no? So d divided by what is t1? D by 3 v1. So what is v1 was What was the V1 here? 4. So how much? It is d by 3 by 4 plus 8 T2. No, I take this to the other side. I will take this to the other side, which is nothing but 2d by 3 into 8 is 24. Okay. So take this 3 to the denominator, d by 12 plus 2, again d by 12 only. Cancel the 1 times and 12 times. Got it? So I can take the d commonly outside, I can cancel it out. 1 divided by 1 by 12 plus 1 by 12. So 1 by 12 plus 1 by 12, 2 by 12. So if I take to the numerator 12 by 2, which is nothing but 6 meter per second. So this is my average speed, 6 meter per second. Okay, we will see. Completed? Yes. Now we will talk about the acceleration point. Acceleration. So what is acceleration, sir? Acceleration is nothing but it is the ratio of velocity with respect to time. Like I can say rate of change of velocity, rate of change of velocity. Ante sir, with respect to time kada. So rate, whenever we are talking about rate, it is with respect to time only. So acceleration is equals to velocity by time. Sir, what is velocity SI unit? SI unit of velocity is meter per second. What is the SI unit of time? It is second. So what is the SI unit of acceleration now? So SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Sir, can acceleration can be negative? Yes, obviously when we are talking about the velocity, in velocity we are talking about displacement, right? So displacement is negative, positive as well as 0. So when displacement can be negative, positive or 0, velocity also can be negative, positive or 0. When this is negative, positive or 0, I can say that even acceleration also positive, negative as well as 0. 0 in the sense like it is going with a constant velocity. When acceleration is positive, I am increasing the speed. When acceleration is negative, I am decreasing the speed. Got the point? I need to understand the keyword here. When acceleration is 0, velocity is constant. I am going with a constant velocity. When acceleration is positive, velocity increases. When acceleration is negative, velocity decreases. Okay, this is about the thing. So this is the basic information and basic questions we have done in the distance, displacement as well as acceleration. And in next session, now what we are going to concentrate is how to take the free body diagram, how to write the equations of the laws of motion. Okay. So from the basic levels, we will talk about the equations. We are not going to solve in a deep manner. Okay. From the basic terms, when the rope changes, when a different rope arises, when different blocks keep in the different surfaces, how that will react, how to take that free body diagram. Okay, that one we will concentrate in the upcoming sessions. So until then, I'll take a break from you guys. Bye bye.